What's up, guys? It's been a while since I've done a live video, so I figured I would do one right now. I'm at work, or not at work, I'm working at home. About to go do a couple other things here. But anyways, I took a website for a company I work for right now from not very many, not doing great on like just leads, or not doing great on organic searches or keywords and stuff like that, to basically taking the site to where it's getting much more highly ranked, better, I guess you could almost say better, improved search terms and all this other stuff. And I will just put a little buffer in there, is that I'm not an SEO expert, but I do know quite a bit about search engine optimization, what it takes to kind of grow a website, all that fun stuff. So this is kind of what I did. I'm going to kind of show you guys. I'm going to show you my screen. So it's not going to look great right now, but you know, whatever. So let me turn this around. So right now, what you can probably see, hasn't been updated. When you click on this total number, you'll see a different number. But we have organic keywords. We have roughly 461 organic keywords. I guarantee you we have not gotten 80 new ones. This is from the last time it's updated, and it hasn't been updated all the way. We've actually gotten like over 340, I think, new keywords in about 90 plus days. So what I've done here is I basically took what the information I had and kind of ran with it. So let me kind of show you what I mean by this. So when I came in, I started working at CMI Mechanical around this time frame right here. Okay, I came in like the end of February almost. And before that, you can see here, there were only set, like in January, there's only 73 keywords, 73, 75. In February, it went up to 91. And you're wondering, how did these keywords get picked? It's whatever content you put on your website, like blogs or just content that you update, etc. And there was no one working on the site for several months. And then I came in, I didn't put any content on the website until I would say around the time I came in. As I kind of started learning the business, then that's when I started developing some stuff. And then you can see this big spike right here around March. It went from it grew almost 80, okay? From 119 to 206. And then you're going to see that it's like, you're like, well, it's just plateauing. I'm like, well, it's really not plateauing because we're putting stuff out there, but it's taking time for the search engines to kind of catch up and see what's being put out there. And then it's growing to like 258, and then we get up to 333, and then it plateaued again. And it really didn't plateau. It just, to me, it seemed like it just didn't get updated correctly. And then it says right here at 405, which we actually aren't at 405. So what this means is that keywords that are being updated is like anytime you write blogs or anytime you write content on your website or anything that's updated, it starts, the search engine starts realizing what your product or service is all about. So I was going in through the site and making a lot of changes and making sure that we were using a lot of commercial HVAC, commercial mechanical, using these keywords that we want to rank for. And so what's happened over the past, I guess, few months, let me show you down here, is this is our competitor graph. And this just kind of shows you where everyone is. If you can't really see this, but on this side is the recall. So how quickly and easily it is to recall that website or business. And this side is the precision on the bottom. And that precision is basically based off of like how precise are the keywords on what people are searching for. And so these are our competitors. And so obviously your goal is to be in the top right-hand corner because you separate yourself. Some of our biggest competitors are down here. Now, they probably still take more business because they're more well-known, but on the online world where a lot of work is actually getting purchased and found, we're starting to take some real estate. And these are some of our bigger competitors. Now, you might be thinking, is this just for Colorado? Not necessarily. I'm actually trying to take our stuff into a national scale, okay? And these are some of our top competitors. They're just, doing well in organic searches. But this is what's interesting. we currently have actually 471 keywords. Okay. This next competitor has 101. This next competitor has 193. This next one has 323. That's a big competitor of ours. And we're slowly outpacing these guys. These guys have 720 keywords. We're slowly outpacing them. Okay. And I'm not just trying to, brag or anything like that. What I'm trying to show you is just kind of what I'm doing to do this. It's really not that hard. I just kind of created a little system out of this. So when you click on keywords, it's going to load all that stuff. And if you guys are still watching, great. If you guys aren't, that's fine too, no worries. But you'll see that we have 473 organic keywords that are all searchable, that are all ranked relatively high. About 35 of those keywords are number one. So like CMI Mechanical we're number one for that. CMI Mechanical Denver, and you're like, well, that's kind of the name of your company. Well, yeah, no kidding. But we're also ranked number 2, okay, for commercial HVAC coil cleaning, okay? And then we're also ranked for Colorado Mechanical Services, which is actually a competitor, and I wasn't even trying to rank for that, but Google kind of started seeing all this stuff. They're like, wow, it's impressive. And then you start scrolling down a little bit. We're number 5 for commercial HVAC companies Denver, which is pretty huge if you think about it. So any kind of, words that are put together for this phrase will probably show up relatively high. National Mechanical Service Center, that's actually another competitor that we're indirectly trying to compete with, but didn't realize that. We're number 5. So again, this is all on the first page, guys. Commercial HVAC Contractors Denver, again, number 5. This is a new keyword that we just started ranking for. Nationwide Refrigeration Services, we went up 12 spots to the first page, number 6. Cooling Tower Cleaning, we went up 48 spots to number 7. Okay, that's insane. Okay, and then we have like how regularly should cooling towers be chlorinated. So again, this is stuff that we have put content on our website and we're going to rank for. Now you're wondering, well, who's going to search that exact phrase? It doesn't matter, guys. What matters is that some of this information, some of these words that people are typing are finding you from that, all right? So I want to scroll down to 10. So basically, this is number 10 is the first page, all right? There's some words that we don't want to rank for, like computer room equipment. We're not a computer room company, but we do work in computer rooms, okay? But that shows you that we have basically 32 words, keywords, if you will, that are all organic, that are all on the first page, okay? And then we have a bunch of others that are all on the second page. We have new ones that are popping up. Like this one right here is pretty cool. This one popped up 60 spots, Nationwide Mechanical Services to number 12. And then so what's going to happen is I'm going to be creating content to kind of start making that go up as well too. And then on this column right here, this is how many searches we get. Now keep in mind that our business is not going to be getting millions and millions of searches. So it's really important to kind of figure out which ones you want to put effort into, and it's kind of easy to grow these. Now you're wondering, well, how did I do all this to grow the website as far as getting more organic traffic and all this other fun stuff? And so I'm going to show you. This is our website. So I kind of cleaned up this site a little bit, and it took me a while to kind of figure it out, but to kind of give you an idea, there wasn't really a strong call to action before. Now, when you get here, you see the site, you know exactly what we do. Are you trying to find a reliable commercial HVAC company? Should be easy, okay? I'm sorry, finding a reliable commercial HVAC company should be easy. This clearly tells you we do not do residential, okay? We are a commercial-based company, all right? And then on top of that, we tell people who we want to do business with. We want to work with facility managers, property managers, and business owners, okay? And then this clearly tells you on what we are good at doing, okay? And then the last thing is I just tell people to schedule a strategy call. Now, mind you, I'm not asking them to call me. I'm not, saying maybe if you're interested to give us a shout. Nope. I want them to schedule a strategy call. So I click on schedule a strategy call and we have this drop down box, okay? And so essentially what I'm doing here is I'm capturing name, phone number, email. Now, what's interesting here, again, I reiterate everything. I've got a video that kind of, goes back into what I'm saying. And again, reiterating, yes, I want to schedule a strategy call. Now, if someone tries to leave, that box will pop up. I put this on the right-hand corner as well too, because the eye naturally goes from left to right, okay? As you start scrolling, I made this thing go smaller, and then there's just more information, etc. I don't have our phone number at the top for a reason, because I want them to schedule a strategy call. This is what's going on. I'm weeding out people that I do not want to do business with. I'm basically really focusing on the ones that I want to focus on. These people are going to make us the most money, all right? Commercial HVAC for facility managers, commercial property managers, business owners, etc. Okay. Now, the next thing I want to kind of point out is why we're getting all this new traffic. How did we get from basically 100 keywords that were searchable to nearly 500 keywords in roughly 3 to 4 months? Okay. Let me show you. So this is our blog. All right. And before I got here, we had some content on here. All right. Let me go to older entries. We had some, and it was actually pretty good. It was some content. The person previous than me put on some pretty good stuff. But what they weren't doing correctly was adding anchor tags. So let me give you an example. Let's see, coil cleaning. This is actually one of ours that is ranking very well for search terms. So we get a video that goes along with it. But these links, these hyperlinks, they were not involved in here when I started. So what I started doing is I started basically looking at what we wanted to rank for and then started adding hyperlinks, what we call as anchor tags. And I started adding all these anchor tags throughout blogs. And I would basically, depending on the content, would intertwine all this stuff with other blogs as well too. So if there was other content that was written, I was kind of looking through it, I would start linking them to other pages and making sure that they would be going internally throughout. And they were just creating this like web effect, if you will. Okay. Now, you're probably wondering, how did you write articles about commercial HVAC? Now, let me explain something, and I'll be very, very honest with you. I am not an expert at HVAC. When I got hired on, I know how to turn on a thermostat, and that's about it. Okay. But what I do know is I know how to figure things out, and I know how to figure out and how to get a site ranked. All this content was already created, okay? I started writing content right here. This was my first piece of content that I wrote, as you can see my name, on March 20th, okay? As I started interlinking links, that's whenever things started kind of going up as far as rankings. And then from there, I was seeing who are the major players or national organizations that we want to be associated with. So I started writing some more stuff. One of my pieces of content that get us 1,300 hits in a month, which is big for us, was this one, Things to Do in Denver while at PRISM 2019 National Conference. This article I wrote specifically for this conference because the conference was being held in Denver. And so what I did is I hit up our email list that was all the attendees, and I essentially said, hey, if you're going to be in Denver for a few extra days, here's what you should do in Denver. And I wrote down 24 things to do in Denver, all right? Anything from tours to outdoor activities to shopping and entertainment, breweries and distilleries. And you're like, this is nothing to do with HVAC. It doesn't. But when you get to my page, guess what page you're on? You're on an HVAC page, and you're like, I probably should take a look at, oh, look, I'm capturing some more information. They're getting info from me. So like I basically am going to be, capturing their stuff. My point being here, guys, is that I was putting out relevant content that I was trying to get traffic to our pages, to our blog. And then eventually what I started doing is I started writing some more stuff. So we started writing these, what we call as open white papers. So it was like 2,000 to 2,500 words, maybe even 3,000 words. And some of the stuff was already pre-written, but they were put in PDF format. They weren't available. So I just basically took our own content that we created that was in a PDF for download and made it into an actual pillar. So this is a pillar on how to find qualified HVAC company. This is a pillar that we use on cost-effective ways to improve your commercial HVAC efficiency. All right. Let me go back to the other page. And so on the bottom of this, this is a pillar on using data-driven information for commercial HVAC preventative maintenance. And then this is also a pillar for critical requirements for restaurants when finding a commercial refrigeration company. I use certain keywords on purpose to hit the target that we're going after. Notice commercial is used everywhere, okay? And these pillars, I use them as like what I want to go after. And then what I would do is I would create 500-word articles pointing directly at these pillars, okay? So then I would have, this is also another pillar right here, is the importance of commercial HVAC duct cleaning and indoor air quality, okay? That was another pillar. So now I started having these articles written, and I would link those to the pillars. These are about 500-word articles that I would put on here, okay? This was actually a case study. And I was basically kind of asking our people and be like, what would be some good information that we could write about? And these were different things, all right? And then I would interlink all of them. So I'll give you an example. I'm just going to click on best commercial HVAC units to install on your multi-site location, all right? So what happens here is it's just content. We got interlinking stuff. This is not just stuff that we just put out here that's rubbish. This is really good quality stuff. And we review HVAC units. Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, and then we give a conclusion, okay? So we're giving out good information. And then we're pointing things into internally and as well as externally, okay? And I keep doing this with all this content. So since I've been here, we've had 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 18, 15, 18, 19, 20, and then whatever, I think we had 3 or 4. So we had like about 23 new posts that we've posted. And so all this content was written. So you're wondering, okay, Javier, how did you get all this content written if you don't even know how to write about HVAC? I hired somebody. I hired a guy off of a freelance website that basically specialized in mechanical stuff. He's a facility manager out in Cambodia. He's an American, and he essentially is what we call as a professional engineer. So he knows about HVAC, refrigeration, that sort of stuff. And so what I did is I just gave him topics on what to write about. And these are all the topics that I wrote, had him write about. And so I'm now beginning to also do some vlogs, some video vlogs, as well as podcasts. And we're all going to be loading this stuff. And this is to keep people longer on our website, okay? Because the longer we keep people on there, the better. Now, this was one level of us increasing our organic search. Now, this is helping us organically because these keywords are going to help us ranking. Now, other things that we've done is we're tracking all this. So we just use Google Analytics we've installed in the site so that we could make decisions based off of numbers versus based off of what we intuitively think, okay? Makes my conversations more strategic, to the point. When we first started, the CMI team and the Contact Us page were the number 1 pages hit, by a landslide, okay? And then obviously the homepage is always gonna be the number 1 page, but these were 2 big ones. So people wanted to see our management team, and then they want to contact us. I made it very specific on our Contact Us page that you cannot put comments, questions, that sort of stuff, that if you want to contact us, you can either call us or you can opt in, okay? I'm doing that to qualify who we want to work with. But here's what's creeping up closely, and they're ruining big, is this national HVAC service, okay? I'm trying to get our company known nationally on a bigger scale, okay? And we've had 482 page views in the past 90 days. Contact Us hit 604, and then CMI team hit, which is our management team, hit 645. So essentially, this is catching up very, very quickly, okay? Next thing I wanted to kind of cover is this is the tough part. We were getting roughly 1,100 hits a month for the past 3 months. Sorry, guys. And now we hit basically our slow season. And now we're hitting around 800, 900 because this is the slow time. As soon as we get some big cold snaps, then it's going to start changing. What I wanted to point out too is leads. So this is different because it's tough to compare HVAC companies when it's come to residential and commercial. I know the standard out there is about 2 0.4% in conversion rate, and we're well below that over the past 90 days. But on a commercial HVAC, like this might be pretty good. I don't know yet. And so we're going to start tracking that, figuring that out. But what I can tell you in the past 28 days, it's at 0.8%. In the past 7 days, it's at 1.63%. So we've gotten some leads coming in, and they're qualified leads. These are people I'm actually having legitimate conversations with instead of sending them conference calls. All right. So this is helping as well too. We're doing paid ads on Google, which is doing pretty well for us. And there's some more things I want to kind of start working on and tracking, but I can show you my results and my numbers on here. They're pretty insane. All right, so you're probably looking at all these squiggly lines, and I'm going to explain this to you. This is over the past 30 days, all right? We have this ad. We're spending roughly $600 a month on these ads, and we've gotten over almost 2,500 impressions, it looks like, right? We've had 114 clicks, 32 phone calls, and we have a click-through rate of roughly 5%. I'm going to tell you right now, this CTR is through the roof, okay? But the CTR means nothing if we're not converting anything. And so that's where we have to start working on our website to make it very convertible, like really start focusing on how to convert these. But this means that in 30 days, we've had 32 phone calls. So like right here on Tuesday, October 22nd, we had 80 impressions, 6 clicks, 2 phone calls, and a click-through rate of 7.5. That's really good. But, you know, we're getting phone calls basically on a daily basis, as you can kind of tell. 32 phone calls in 30 days. Now, what we need to start working on is start tracking this stuff as well, too, as far as what's converting into a lead, what's converting into just someone just trying to just call around, et cetera, okay? But, you know, what this means is that the keywords that I'm going after is solid, all right? The average for click-through rate for business, probably even B2B, is probably 1.5% to 2%. We've almost tripled that, okay? Which is a 5% click-through rate, which is through the roof, guys, all right? I'm just telling you. I've even got it down to like certain keywords that we're going after. We're going after mechanical. So anything that has mechanical in there, that's the one that's killing it for us at 6.78%. We're going after commercial HVAC. That's killing it for us at 4.76%. And then, you know, like our competitor names, we're not getting a lot of clicks, but we're getting very solid click-throughs. All right. So all this stuff is helping with our organic as well as our keywords that we're going after. The last thing I kind of want to point out as well, too, is, let's see. I got to get off of here in just a second, guys. Sorry. What was it? Let's see. I had it in my head and I just totally spaced it. So we got this. We got this. Oh, I've done some others. Oh, here it is. We're using this thing called Hotjar, and we're watching people search our site. So I'm literally watching videos, and you're like, well, that's not legal. It totally is, guys. I'm just watching people click, and I see where they're clicking, and I see where they spend the most of their time. So I just downloaded this app called Hotjar, installed it to the website, and I can watch a video of people clicking, okay? And watch their actions, and watch what they're doing. So this is on our phone, and you can kind of see how it's all kind of loaded. They're looking, they're kind of scrolling. I can kind of get an idea of where they click. They got they're getting the information that they want. And then it looks like right about here, they click on something. Okay. And it takes them to the national page, which is what we're trying to get people to start doing. Okay. So notice that our site is really starting to gear towards what our goals are. And that's just getting more organic search. Okay. Now, let me turn this around. So if you're still sticking around with us and you're still listening, that's pretty impressive, okay? This is all geek stuff. And what else I'm doing is that I'm creating I'm creating email campaigns that is directing people to my blog posts, to various blog posts. In my email campaign, I'm not selling, pitching, anything like that. I'm simply providing valuable information, and then they can either just take a look at something that I posted, or they can read something else somewhere that's posted somewhere else, or they can schedule a strategy call. Okay. And I'm doing all this stuff really, really strategically, because what it allows me to do is it allows me to start getting the right buyer to basically come to our website and say, okay, I want to know more about you. I'm getting from cold emails, I'm getting people calling me and saying, all right, Javier, you've sent me 6 emails, you sent me 3 LinkedIn messages, and you've left me 3 voicemails. Pitch me. This is what people are saying, okay? And my campaign is all working. Now you might be thinking, well, this is all marketing stuff. I go, I don't look at it as marketing, I look at it as business development. I look at it as, you're trying to create that sale, but you got to warm them up to build that trust, okay? And so the more content I put out, the more information I put out, the more likely we're going to be getting the right qualified leads. Our website is now, tailored to a lot of commercial type information. And so people are more interested in those things. And that's who we're trying to target. That's what we're going after. And where we're struggling right now, and like I said, I'm not going to say I'm a novice, but I know what I'm doing to a degree on how to create traffic, is that now we're trying to figure out how to get higher conversions on our website. So you hit our site, how do I get you to convert? And there's going to be a few different things I'm going to be working on to do that. Where we start playing around with content, we're going to start playing around where to put video. We're going to be putting chat boxes in there as well too, because those are leads. And we're going to start finding ways to start making this thing work, because driving traffic to the site, it's working. Okay. Now converting traffic, that's the key. And the thing that's the hardest for most people is just figuring out how to get traffic, how to get the right people there. The most important thing that I can tell you is start developing and creating content that is valuable to your audience, which is one of the reasons why we're starting to do vlogs, which are video blogs, and we're starting to do podcasting. Okay. And I'm putting this on our website because people are going to watch it, which makes you stay longer on our site. The longer you stay on our site, the more likely you're going to buy something at one point, okay? Or you're going to call me, all right? So if this interests you, you should comment something below. And I'm happy to kind of give you some more tips or whatever on what to do. I'm not trying to pitch you guys to anything, sell anything. I've got nothing to sell. I mean, I do, but I'm not selling you anything right now. I'm just showing you what I've done and what's working for me. And this works on the B2B space very, very well. And it works very well in the B2C space as well too, depending on your competition. B2B for commercial HVAC is a smaller market as opposed to residential, okay? So this is one of the reasons why I'm probably killing it, all right? And does that mean that you can't do it? No, you just gotta be strategic. But content creation on your site is critical. SEO is not dead. It's still well and alive. It's about how you do it, okay? So I hope this is valuable information. If you liked it, give me some thumbs up. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you think I'm coming, BSing you about, or whatever the case is. And love to kind of see, your feedback about this, because I'm going to keep doing this anyways, because it's working for our company and it's going to start actually converting. Because that's the part that's the nerdy stuff that I really enjoy, is figuring out how to get all this stuff work. So some people say that is oh, Javi, all you do is marketing stuff. I do, but I'm doing it so that my sales is easy, okay? I love selling, but I'm not going to sit here, pick up the phone and call every single person on a list, okay? I'm going to actually start warming that list up so that when I have a conversation with you, it's more strategic, okay? I'd rather not waste my time. I've got a lot of other things to do, like build sites that rank higher and close leads that want to actually buy from us and start creating relationships. I'll give you examples. We are on the verge of closing on a Fortune 100 company. It's a retail company that has 16,000 locations. We're not going to get all of them. We're going to get a portion of them. So you got to get your foot in the door some way, right? And it's all done by what I've been doing over the past few months. Thanks.